Hello and welcome to this video where we'll work with strings in SQL and DuckDB so that we can format text and clean the text as we want. So directly moving on to the theory here, we have working with strings in SQL and DuckDB to format and clean text. So using array like slicing and indexing to get substrings. In one previous lecture, you saw the substr, that function. And in DuckDB, actually, we have slicing and indexing, similarly to in Python. So here is examples. So we slice from index 1 to 2. So SQL counts from 1, note this. So this will give us the first and the second character. First and second character in this word. In each of the rows, right? If you're doing this for a column that is called SQL word. And here you have slices from index 2 to 5. So you get the substring composing of the characters on index 2 to 5. And the second number is inclusive, so we get the fifth character. And here is another example with indexing. So you get actually this will give you an empty string as there's no characters in the 0th position because we start counting from 1, right? This one actually gives us the first character, and then here we get the last character in the string. So we can take -1, similarly as in Python indexing. So using string functions to transform text. So here we have different string functions. Here we have upper and we have trim. So this is a composition of functions or nested functions. So we have a function of a function. So the trim SQL word will work first because it's inside of the parentheses. And then we have the upper, which will make it uppercase, right? And trim will remove the left, the spaces on the left and the spaces on the right. So leading spaces and trailing spaces will be removed. And there's a lot of many useful text functions in the documentation, so you should look into these. So this is from the DuckDB documentation. I won't go through them here, instead just showing that this exists. So in case you figure out that you need something special, okay, then you can look it up into this documentation. And the documentation is, of course, linked from the lecture notes. And we can use regexp for more complex pattern matching. So whenever, for example, you want to, here's an example. If you want to match 2 or more spaces and replace them, 1 or more spaces and replace them with 1 space, then you can do like this. You have regexp replace, and here you have this is the column which you want to replace, and you take 1 space here and take a plus, which means it will match with 1 or more spaces. So this is what this regexp pattern mean, regular expression pattern, and you replace it with 1 space. So this means that 1 or more spaces will be replaced with 1 space. And G means global, so it won't just affect the first one. So here replaces every matching of the pattern space plus 1 or more spaces and replaces it with 1 space. So and in the coding, we also go through some schemas to divide into layers for structuring. So what this means is that we want to have more structure when we are transforming the data, and we're coming closer to the data warehouse concepts. So you want to divide your data warehouse into several layers, 1 layer for the landing zone of the data, 1 layer for the clean data, one layer for the serving, right? So this is quite common when it comes to data warehousing. So this is just to give you a sneak peek, and we have come this far in the course so that we can introduce this. So we create schema if not exist, staging. This is the landing zone. So staging schema is used to represent the staging layer. It's kind of landing zone for the data. So you ingest the data and it comes into the staging layer. And then you create another schema called refine layer, or you can also call it the warehouse layer. So that's quite common names for this. And this is basically where you have done your transformations. So refine layer or warehouse layer is where data is transformed. So basically you have a lot of different data sources in the staging, and then you move them into the warehouse layer or the refine layer, and you do your transformations here so that it becomes ready for serving to downstream. So this is some theoretical concepts, but we will throughout the course, whenever we are transforming data, we will use these layers. Yes, and with this, I would like to thank you for watching this video. Thank you. Bye.